just hope that you're doing well overall. In today's video, I'm going to try something just a little bit different. You're not going to see me like this for most of the video. I got a new Magic the Gathering deck, and I also have some sleeves to put the cards into. And what I thought of doing is doing like an overview, like the camera looking down on the cards, and I'm just going to show you each card and read off the name, and I think that that would make a pretty relaxing video. So I'm going to get right into this video. You're going to see the camera view switch in just a moment, but I really hope you enjoy. I hope that you're able to find a lot of relaxation. I hope you're able to get many tingles. And if you're trying to go to sleep, I hope you're able to sleep well. Alright, let's get into the video, and thank you so much for watching. If you enjoy, give me a like, comment, and subscribe. Okay, for this section of the video, I'm going to show off the card, and then I'm going to sleeve it and move on to the next. Okay, so for this part of the video, I've never really recorded like this before, so it's a little bit of a test. But what I'm going to do is name off the card, show you the art of the card, and then I'm going to sleeve it. Every time I build a new deck, I always get sleeves, because it not only protects the cards, but it also makes them a lot easier to shuffle. Crawling infestation. Crawling infestation. Copper longlegs. Copper longlegs. This is a spider deck, by the way. Copper longlegs. Command tower. Command tower. Codex Shredder. Chainer's Edict. Chainer's Edict. I always sleeve my decks, not only to protect them, but also it makes them a lot easier to shuffle. Buried alive. friends and I, we have all been proxying decks for quite a while because we only play with each other. We don't go to tournaments, and we don't do any serious Magic events or anything like that, so we figured proxying is a lot cheaper, and it is. And also you can get some really cool art styles when you proxy, mostly made by fans. Diabolic Tutor. Diabolic Tutor. Diabolic Tutor. This is a black and green deck, so I chose green sleeves for that reason. Doom Weaver, another spider. Doom Weaver. Dread Return. Dread. Dread Return. My theme for this deck was death. It sounds dark, but it's not. I just thought it looked cool. So there's a lot of skulls in this deck. Drider. Drider. This is an elf spider. Elf spider. Entomb. 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 I really like this card. If you have never gotten into Magic, I highly recommend that you do. If you have friends that would play it, it might seem like a very complicated game, and it kind of is, but once you get the hang of it, it's very fun, especially when you're playing with close friends. Eternal Witness. Human Shaman. Eternal Witness. Evolving Wilds. That's a land. Evolving Wilds. This is a 100 card commander deck. So there's going to be a lot of cards left. These are just forests, so I'm just going to sleeve them. Just basic lands. Another forest. I have quite a few forests in this deck. There's another one. I'll just show you the art. just chose this art on these cards because it looks cool and it goes along with the deck. Okay, we're almost done with the forests. We have a few more after this. I did need a lot of basic lands. Jungle Hollow. Jungle Hollow, another land, and a very cool looking land at that. Liliana's Triumph. That's a cool looking card as well. Llanowar, Green Widow. Llanowar, Green Widow. Mazarek, Growl, Death Priest. Mazarek, Growl, Death Priest. It looks like Mothman. If you don't know who Mothman is, look up Mothman. Meyer Triton. This is a zombie merfolk, so it doesn't really go well with my deck in terms of looks, and it's not a spider, but what it does helps me a lot. Mortuary Mire, another land. Mortuary Mire. Mulch. Mulch. That's also a very special card for this deck in what it does. Mulch. Myriad Landscape. When they printed these, they must have put all of the lands together. Or maybe I did, I don't know. Necroblossom Snarl. Yet again, another land. If you don't know, which many of you probably don't, in Commander, you can only have one of each card. You can't have copies, so you can only have one of each specific card. Necromancy. Necromancy. I like the purple coloring in that. So there are no duplicates of any card in this deck, aside from lands, because that's allowed. And by that I mean basic lands like forests and swamp. Noxious Revival, another very, very cool card. It looks like classic old Magic. Nyx Weaver. Nyx Weaver. Kind of a cute looking spider. Obelisk Spider. Obelisk Spider. I like this guy. It's Old Stick Fingers. He is a legendary creature, horror, and he looks like he's made out of wood. It's Mr. Stick Fingers. Old Stick Fingers. Reclamation. Phyrexian Reclamation. Give you another look at the back and the front. Phyrexian Reclamation. Those are two long words. Ramunap Excavator. I think I said that right. Ramunap Excavator. He looks like a snake. Cleric. Whoops. I dropped my sleeve. This is a really cool card. Reanimate. Just look at the color on that. The nice vivid green color going down to red down here, and there's black, blues. Just a very vivid, beautiful looking card. This is why you proxy right here, because you can't get cards like that unless you pay money if they're real Magic cards. Regrowth. A lady is planting a little plant. Regrowth. And regrowth is, of course, a green card. It makes sense. Rot Widow Pack. Rot Widow Pack. It's a pack of spiders. A bunch of little, well, actually pretty big spiders. That's a lot of spiders. Rot Widow Pack. Sakura Tribe Elder. It's just a snake. It's just a snake. See that? It's just a snake. Nothing crazy. But the snake does have a crown, which is pretty cool. I've never seen a snake with a crown before, personally. It's probably a pretty special snake, I would assume. But it's a snake shaman, so special snake. Shelob, Child of Ungoliant. Shelob, Child of Ungoliant. This is a legendary creature, spider demon. That's a pretty scary looking spider. I would not want to come across that. We have Sheoldred's Edict. Sheoldred's Edict. There's 3 different things I can choose from with Sheoldred's Edict. Silklash Spider. This one doesn't really do a whole lot. It's just another pawn on the board. Silklash Spider. Skull Prophet. Skull Prophet. Human Druid. Human Druid. Skull Prophet. That's a cool looking card as well. Skyfisher Spider. I was a bit confused by this card because that doesn't, I mean, it has legs like a spider, but I don't know what that is. That looks like a regular face to me, but it's a Skyfisher Spider. Sky Snare Spider. I chose the art for this one because for some reason it reminds me of Adventure Time. Maybe the Lich, I don't know, but it kind of reminds me of Adventure Time. Just the art style, I guess. But this is Soul Shatter. Look at that. Look how cool. Soul Shatter. Hold the door, which is actually spider spawning. That's the real name of the card, but this one was renamed. Bunch of little spiders there. Not too special. I would not be holding the door if there were a bunch of spiders outside. Spinner of Souls. This one is a spider spirit. And now we have a bunch of swamp lands, which I told you was going to happen. So I'm just going to show you the art and sleeve it. And of course I chose different art for every basic land in this deck. Trying to go with the theme of the deck. I promise most of my decks do not have a bunch of skulls and death related things. It just so happens that this is the most recent deck that I made. I actually made a different deck last time that was a fairy deck, so quite the opposite of this one. It was a bunch of little flying fairies. And that deck also had a lot of really cool art. But I didn't do as much art as I did in this one. I didn't choose as much. A lot of the cards, like the basic lands, were just kind of regular looking. That's a swamp town. An abandoned village in a swamp, presumably. Yes, it is. Undergrowth Stadium. Another land. It takes a very long time to sleeve a 100 card deck. Look at the art on this one. Unearth. That's very cool looking. Vessel of Nascency. Vessel of Nascency. Victimize. Victimize. Village rights. That guy looks like he's not having a good time with the spooky people above him. Village rights. Okay. Wildwood Rebirth. This is not very special. The art's not that good either. It's kind of cool though. Winding Way. That's a snake. That is a snake. Winding Way. Witch's Cottage. Spooky looking cottage. Another land. Woodland Cemetery. Woodland Cemetery. And for the final card. This is my commander. The Swarm Weaver. Legendary artifact creature. Scarecrow. Yes, this is a spider deck, but my commander is not a spider. However, it makes insect creature tokens with flying, and it also gives insects and spiders 1/1 in Death Touch. And that's the whole point. Unfortunately, there was not very many options online to choose different art for this card. So it's kind of like a basic looking magic card. But that's okay. It's no big deal. Alright, that is 100 Magic the Gathering cards. That is all of them in my new Swarm Weaver Spider deck. I really hope that you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give me a like, comment, and subscribe. Just let me know what you thought about the video. If you enjoy this kind of recording, I guess. I know a lot of you prefer to see me rather than just see my hands, but I hope you're feeling sleepy.